Okay, so I know that everyone is getting ready to watch the footy and I never go live. I hate going live, so I thought, you know what, this would be a perfect time to do it. So this is a step-by-step, easy way to start a skincare routine. So if you don't know much about your skin, this is just going to be some really quick tips. Thank you everyone for joining. If you've got any questions, pop them in there. I'll try and answer them. If not, I'll answer them once I finish the live. So the first important thing is to know your skin type. So usually the skin types are dry, oily, combination, sensitive and normal. If you've got a normal skin type, you're really lucky. You're neither sensitive, oily, dry and combination. Usually you can use whatever products you like just by picking up whatever you see and you don't react to it. You tend to not have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. You tend to not break out. If you are oily, you'll find, so my skin is slightly oily. I've got a slight shine to it. It used to be a lot more oily than this. So if you've got oily skin, you will tend to not have as many wrinkles as most people. You can be prone to breakouts. You may find that when you wear your makeup, it starts to slide off towards the end of the day. You might find if you've got super oily skin that you need to blotch your skin, or that you've got the need that you want to dab your skin. So in terms of pore size, you would tend to have enlarged pores naturally. If you've got dry skin, you could have dry flaking skin. It could feel a little bit red, it could get irritated when you're outside in the cold, it could react with temperatures. You would tend to have really tiny pores and you would tend to get more wrinkles or wrinkles quicker than a normal or an oily skin type. If you've got sensitive skin, then you need to be careful with what you're putting on your skin. Again, temperature changes, so don't use too much hot water. If you go outside or in the sun, you're going to react. You could actually have bits of skin flaking off of the face as well. So it's important, the first step is really important to know what your skin type is. If you're not sure what your skin type is, go to the link in my bio where I've got a skin type test that you can do. It's really quick and simple to do. So once you've done that, you then need to understand the basic steps of a skincare routine. So there are many varying amount of steps, but what I would recommend to start with as a basic routine is cleanse, tone, I use an eye cream, use a serum, use a moisturizer. That is the absolute bare minimum that I'd want you to do. Hi to everyone who's joining, thank you so much. If anyone's got any questions, pop them in the comments. I will either answer them whilst I'm doing the live or afterwards. So you've got your 5 steps to your routine. Now your cleanser is one of the most important steps because you need to make sure you're using the right cleanser for your skin. Very, very often, if people use a cleanser that is not right for their skin, it will give them a different skin type, which is not very good. Okay, so if I had normal skin and I used a cleanser for super oily skin, it would, the purpose of that cleanser would be to pull excess sebum out of the skin. That's the oil that's naturally occurs in our skin. And if I've got normal skin and I'm using a product that pulls the oils out of the skin, that's going to mean that my skin doesn't have enough natural oils, so it will automatically start producing more oil because it thinks it's deficient, but actually you're not, because you're a normal skin type. So by using an oily skin type cleanser when you've got normal skin, it will actually, if you use it for long enough, give you an oily skin type. And that is the same for every single skin type and using a different cleanser. So the cleanser is one of the most important things to get right. So don't be swayed too much about cleansers that have these ingredients in them. For example, a cleanser that has vitamin C in it. Don't be swayed by that. Stick with your skin type. And the main purpose of a cleanser is to clean the skin. Don't try and treat it with something. So if there's, I don't know, if there's an anti-aging cleanser or a pore reducing cleanser or a brightening skin cleanser, don't bother. Don't bother with them, because you're going to treat your skin concerns with your serum. Okay, that's the most effective way of treating skin concerns. So going back, your cleanser, you want a cleanser that is good for your skin type and that is going to do its job and clean the skin well. Whenever you clean your skin at night, double cleanse, because the first cleanse that you do takes off your makeup and your SPF. It doesn't clean the skin, so you need to clean the skin twice in the evening and always clean it in the morning. Okay, morning and evening is a must. So once you've done that, you will then move on to your toner. So you can get there are lots of different toners out there, and toners can do lots of different things. You can either have, if you've got oily skin, you can have a toner that will help control that sebum production. You can have one that helps to clear the pores, helps anti-blemish, helps to hydrate. So have in your mind, before you set your skincare routine, have a good look in the mirror and sit there and make a list of everything that you see that you're not happy with. I know it's not very nice, but that will give you your skin concerns. Don't be too critical, because the one thing that the one problem that we have is Instagram is full of filters, and I hate using filters that change your skin, because it gives everybody else a really unrealistic view of what skin should look like. Skin has texture, skin has pores, skin isn't all uniform. And that's okay. Skin, I'm going to get up really close and personal. Skin is a living organism, you know, so you've got textures, you've got bumps, you've got shine. It's the largest organ of the body. It's not going to be completely flawless and matte finish unless you're absolutely incredibly lucky. So sit in the mirror and just write a quick list. So do you see enlarged pores? Do you have blemishes? Have you got acne? Do you have fine lines and wrinkles that are sort of further advanced for what your age may be? Have you got redness? Have you got dry skin? Make a list, and that will give you your skin concerns that you want to deal with. Okay? Now, next up, you must use an eye cream. Eye cream is separate to a face cream. The skin around the eyes is up to 20 times thinner than the skin on our face. And also it needs different things. So usually what we're trying to tackle with an eye cream is dark circles, bags and puffiness, whether it's hooded eyes or puffy bags under the eyes, and fine lines and wrinkles, usually with the crow's feet. So a specific eye cream will deal with 1, 2 or 3 of those skin concerns, whereas a face cream isn't going to deal with those. A face cream, you never look at a face cream packet and says treats dark circles. No, face creams are for the face, not for the eye area. Face creams are also a thicker consistency. There is heavier molecular weight. And because the skin around our eyes is up to 20 times thinner, you need something with a really thin molecular weight, lighter molecular weight, should I say, so that it can get deep into the layers of the skin where you need it to go. A really, really quick tip here: when you're applying your eye cream, how many people just sweep and apply it? What you're doing there is, when you're sweeping, and I'm not actually going to do it because it makes my toes curl, but when you're sweeping, you're pulling on the skin, and that will cause you more wrinkles. So do a quick test. Press your fingers on the table, one by one, and let me know which is the weakest. Which do you have least strength in? It's your ring fingers. So they're the ones that you should be using to apply your eye cream. And what you're going to do is just literally dab the eye cream onto the skin all the way around the orbital bone, and then you're going to tap, and I call it rain dancing. And you're just going to tap like this until the cream has dispersed into the skin. And that is the best way to apply eye cream without it causing you more wrinkles. So next we're going to go on to serums. So A serum is a liquid that you would put onto the skin to treat specific skin concerns. Now, your serum has super high concentrated ingredients in it, and so it is extremely effective. So it will be able to absorb deep into the layers of the skin and treat those skin concerns. So this is where you would choose, looking at your list of your skin concerns, which one or which couple you want to treat. So for example, if you've got hyperpigmentation, which is usually caused by sun damage, where you've got the darker patches over the skin, some people call it liver spots, some people call it age spots. It can also be caused by hormones. So if you've gone through pregnancy or given birth, quite often it can give you hyperpigmentation. So if you're wanting to treat that, for example, you would use a vitamin C serum because that helps to target the melanin that is giving you that colour. Similarly, if you've got rosacea, vitamin C is an anti-inflammatory, so you would use that to help. If you've got uneven texture on the skin and also fine lines and wrinkles and you're wanting to target anti-aging, you would use a retinoid, like some you'd know it as retinol. So if you've got dry skin, for example, you'd use hyaluronic acid. I've got a list on my reels of exactly every type of serum and what they do. So go and have a look at that reel or contact me if you want some more information. So you would apply your serum onto your skin and then you would apply your cream. So you'd never apply your serum after your moisturizer because you want your serum to soak into the skin and then apply the moisturizer so that it can do its work. So next up is your cream. And that's also really important to help with your overall hydration of the skin. If you've got oily skin, a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that because they've got oily skin, they don't need to apply moisturizer. But actually, the hydration that your skin needs doesn't come from the oil that it produces. So it still needs a moisturizer. Otherwise, you're going to be oily but dehydrated and the skin will feel really rough. But what you'd want to do is use a mattifying moisturizer if you've got oily skin. If you've got dry skin, it would be best to apply your moisturizer whilst your skin is damp because there's extra moisture on the skin and the moisturizer will literally take it straight into the skin. It will help to lock that moisture in, and you'd want to use a thicker cream if you've got dry skin. Things like licorice and aubergine are really, really good for sensitive skin. So just be careful at the ingredients that are in the products and have a look. I do a lot of product suggestions and routine suggestions for free as part of my service here on Instagram. So if anyone's confused or not sure, you can comment routine and or text or message me routine and I can help you out with whatever your questions are. So your moisturizer, you want a thicker moisturizer in the evening because when you go to sleep, your skin rejuvenates itself. That's when it repairs itself, when you're sleeping. So you want to give as much treatment and hydration, especially because you're not drinking through the 6 to 9 hours that you're asleep. You want to be feeding your skin with all of that hydration so that when you wake up, your skin is looking nice and fresh and hydrated. So that is a really, really quick beginner's guide to setting up your beginner's skincare routine. If anyone's got any questions or needs any advice on anything, just pop me a message. I'd be happy to go through and help you on your skincare journey. Good luck with the football, everyone. We hope you get a good result. Let's bring it home. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.